Welcome back to another episode of Out Loud Geek, where we discuss news and views about pop culture, science fiction, fantasy, food, cooking, the outdoors, and more. It was only 1 year ago when this happened. I had the opportunity to watch comedian Chris Rock's live Netflix stand-up comedy special entitled Selective Outrage last night, and it was absolutely hilarious. And yes, he addressed what happened at the 2022 Oscars. After an hour of new material that only alluded to Slapgate, with Rock joking, "They say words hurt. Anybody who says words hurt has never been punched in the face," the comedian finally broke down the aftermath of the onstage smack from Oscar winner Will Smith. Rock said, "You all know what happened to me, getting smacked by Will Smith. Everybody knows. I got smacked like a year ago, and people are like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ears." Despite the pressure from the press to open up about what happened after the infamous Oscar slap, Rock had been adamant that he wouldn't dissect it on a talk show. Paraphrasing, Rock said, "I'm not a victim baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gayle King crying. You will never see it. It's never going to happen. I took it like Manny Pacquiao." As for whether the slap hurt, Rock was direct, saying, "Will Smith is significantly bigger than me. We are not the same size. Will Smith does movies with his shirt off. You've never seen me do a movie with my shirt off. Will Smith played Muhammad Ali in a movie. You think I auditioned for that part? I played Pookie in New Jack City. I played a piece of corn in Pootie Tang." The comedian went on to reveal that the title of his show was also inspired by the slap, saying, "Will Smith practices selective outrage. Everybody who really knows I had nothing to do with that crap. I didn't have any entanglements." For anyone that might not have understood, Rock was referring to the infamous Red Table Talk episode featuring Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, in which she admitted to having an affair with another man. Paraphrasing, Rock said, "His wife was having an affair with her son's friend. I normally would not talk about this. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that low down. We've all been cheated on. Everybody in here has been cheated on. None of us has ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. She hurt him way more than he hurt me." One thing that I personally really liked about Rock's performance was him pointing out hypocrisies like that, which in my own view made him the unwitting target of Will Smith's rage that night 1 year ago. It was indeed selective outrage. Rock revealed that he tried to get in contact with Smith after that Red Table Talk episode aired, saying, which I will paraphrase, "Everybody in the world called him an unpleasant name. I tried to call him. I tried to call him and give him my condolences. He didn't pick up for me." The comedian then went on to list all of the people in Hollywood who called Smith that same unpleasant name after the Red Table Talk episode aired, including The View, The Talk, The Breakfast Club, Drink Champs, and so on. Paraphrasing, Rock then said, "Everybody called him an unpleasant name, and who does he hit? Me." So again, Rock touched on a lot of hypocrisy that had occurred prior to what Will Smith did. Rock also insinuated that there is bad blood between him and the Smith family related to the 2016 Oscars, which he hosted. That year, Pinkett Smith called for a boycott due to the lack of diversity in nominations. Rock said, "She said I should quit because Will didn't get nominated for Concussion. So then I do some jokes about it. That's how it is. She started it, I finished it. Nobody's picking on her. She started this nonsense. Nobody was picking on her." Rock then switched tone, sharing his admiration for the actor, saying, "I love Will Smith. My whole life he makes great movies. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. And now I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped." Yeah, that made me laugh when he said that. I laughed quite a bit while watching the live show last night. Rock then explained why he didn't do anything after being slapped, saying, "Because I got parents. I was raised. And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people." Dressed all in white, wearing a Prince necklace, Rock kicked off his set talking about woke culture and said that he was for wokeness and supported marginalized communities, but he's tired of selective outrage, which I am as well. Rock said, "One person does something, they get canceled. Somebody else does the exact same thing, nothing." And yeah, that was totally spot on. Rock went on to say, "You know what I'm talking about. The kind of people who play Michael Jackson songs but won't play R. Kelly. Same crime, one of them just got better songs." The comedian touched on a range of topics, including what he described as the biggest addiction in America, as well as abortion, Beyonce, the Kardashians, and Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. And about Meghan Markle, Rock questioned her shock during her Oprah interview about racism in the royal family. Paraphrasing, Rock asked, "You didn't Google these people? What the heck is she talking about that she didn't know? It's the royal family. They invented colonialism. Though more accurately, it was their ancestors who helped to invent colonialism." Broadcasting live from Baltimore at the Hippodrome Theater, Rock's presentation was bolstered by a live pre-show hosted by comedian Ronnie Chang, who emceed from the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. The lineup included comics like Leslie Jones, J.B. Smoove, David Spade, and Dana Carvey, who used the time to share touching stories about working with Rock and to dunk on Smith. Afterwards, Hall, Spade, Carvey, and Smoove returned after Rock's set for a post-show discussion, which also featured Yvonne Orji and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The Netflix livestream is Rock's biggest public performance since last year's Oscar scandal in which Smith, who would go on to win Best Actor, slapped the comedian in the middle of the broadcast after he joked about Pinkett Smith's bald head, which he shaves due to alopecia, which is a subject Pinkett Smith also addressed at length on her Red Table Talk show. After yelling at Rock from the audience, Smith walked up onto the stage and slapped him, as I showed at the beginning of this video. And I have spoken about the Oscar slap, Smith's eventual apology, Jada Pinkett Smith, Rock's early reactions, as well as the reactions from others, including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in several videos that I shared last year. Days after the incident, Rock appeared at a previously planned stand-up stop in Boston, but he did not fully address the slap then, saying, "I'm still kind of processing what happened, so at some point I'll talk about it, and it will be serious and funny." After that, Rock spent several months on the road workshopping his new show, which culminated in this live broadcast. It also marks the first comedy special to be broadcast in such a manner by the streamer. Will Smith eventually apologized publicly for his actions against Chris Rock the day after the Oscars via a post on Instagram. Months later, Smith posted an additional apology on camera, revealing that he had reached out to Rock, saying, "The message that came back is he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. I'm really glad that Chris Rock took some time to think about what he wanted to say about Will Smith and what happened at the 2022 Oscars. His entire performance that was live streamed on Netflix was very good, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it." Thanks for watching today, and a huge thanks to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. We appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, and please feel free to share a comment. If you'd like to see more of our videos in the future and help support this channel, please press the red subscribe button, and please press the bell to receive notifications for new content. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter by clicking on the links in the description. Until next time, this is Out Loud Geek.